Remember when your parents warned you about credit card debt? Buy now, pay later carries similar risks, but with fewer consumer protections. Last month, I almost fell into this trap myself when shopping for a new laptop. In 2025, late fees from these services topped $1.3 billion. Money straight from your pocket to theirs. What makes BNPL so dangerous isn't the interest rates. It's how invisible the debt becomes. Throughout this video, I'll reveal exactly how these companies design their entire user experience to make spending feel like saving. Their psychological tricks are so effective that 60% of users don't even consider BNPL accounts to be debt at all. Nobody's talking about the numbers are straight up frightening. Buy now, pay later went from a $2 billion industry to over $24 billion in just 2 years. That's not growth, that's an explosion. And nobody's talking about it because it doesn't look like traditional debt. There's no plastic card in your wallet screaming, "You owe money." Instead, it's hidden in plain sight, spread across countless online accounts you probably don't even remember creating. We're living through what financial experts call the financialization of everything. That $50 shirt becomes 4 payments of $12.50. Those $120 sneakers transform into $30 today and 3 more payments later. That $15 burrito can be financed too. Klarna and Afterpay are processing millions of transactions for everyday items that nobody should be borrowing money to buy. Young people are getting hit hardest. Currently, 28% of all BNPL users are between 18 and 24 years old. These companies strategically target people who grew up watching their parents struggle with the 2008 financial crisis. Individuals scared of credit cards but still wanting things they can't afford. This demographic trusts that pay in 4 button more than traditional credit cards. What's particularly alarming is that over 60% of BNPL users already have credit card debt. They're using these services not because they're financially savvy, but because they're already struggling and looking for ways to continue spending. These small debts multiply like zombies from The Walking Dead. One zombie, manageable, but they never come alone. They hunt in packs. Before you know it, you're surrounded by 20 payment due dates, all devouring your bank account. Take Sarah, a 22-year-old I interviewed, who started with financing a $200 jacket in 4 payments. Within 6 months, she had 17 active payment plans across 3 BNPL apps, totaling over $1,400. All while making just $2,100 monthly. Social media amplifies the problem. Influencers showcase their Klarna and Afterpay hauls as magical money hacks. Got all these clothes and only paid $50 today. The follow-up struggles with juggling multiple payment schedules rarely make it online. I've seen screenshots of people financing $5 coffees. At 0% interest, what's the harm? The danger is psychological. Once you start financing small purchases, your brain's normal spending hesitation disappears. That hesitation exists as your financial immune system. Financial literacy is already at crisis levels. Less than 30% of people under 25 can correctly explain how credit card interest works. Now add a payment system designed to conceal its nature as debt. BNPL companies avoid terms like loan or debt, preferring flexibility, convenience, and financial wellness. Most concerning? In surveys, 60% of BNPL users don't classify their payment plans as debt at all. They view them as just another way to pay, exactly what these companies want. When you don't recognize debt, you won't treat it with appropriate caution. This debt explosion targets financially vulnerable people by normalizing the financing of everyday items. BNPL isn't always harmful, but these companies have engineered products that bypass financial common sense, creating the financial equivalent of potato chips designed to make you keep eating when you're full. The next time you see that bright Pay in 4 button, recognize it for what it is. A company betting you'll either miss payments and owe fees, buy more than planned because payments seem small, or become so comfortable with debt you'll return repeatedly. They're making calculated business decisions based on psychology, not doing you favors. In the next section, I'll compare their tactics to traditional credit cards, and the differences will shock you. 0% interest. Those 3 magic words make buy now, pay later seem like the friendly alternative to evil credit cards. No interest means it's basically free money, right? Wrong. That 0% promise is the bait that lures you into a costly financial trap. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Credit card companies thoroughly evaluate your finances, checking credit scores, verifying income. BNPL companies operate differently. Their approval takes seconds because they only verify you have enough for the first payment, eliminating protective financial guardrails. The instant approval removes safeguards that exist for good reason. It's comparable to amusement parks removing height requirements. Suddenly, everyone can ride, regardless of safety concerns. How do these companies profit without charging interest? First, through merchant fees that exceed credit card rates. While stores pay about 2.5% to credit card companies, BNPL commands 4 to 6%. Retailers accept these higher costs because BNPL increases average cart sizes by 30 to 50%. The real profit center lies in late fees. Miss an afterpay payment and you face an $8 fee. Multiple missed payments can add up to 25% of the purchase price. A $100 purchase quickly becomes $125 after one missed payment. Compare this to credit cards where a $100 balance might incur just $1.50 monthly interest with a $15 minimum payment. BNPL penalties strike harder and faster. The psychological tactics are equally powerful. BNPL divides purchases into seemingly small chunks. That $200 jacket becomes just $50 today. Your brain focuses on the smaller number, similar to how subscription services advertise monthly rather than annual costs to minimize perceived expense. Online retailers highlight these options strategically, making BNPL buttons larger, brighter, and often pre-selected. Research shows 45% of users choose BNPL simply because it's visually prominent. Deliberate design manipulation at work. These companies exploit temporal discounting, our preference for immediate rewards over future consequences. Seeing $25 today activates pleasure centers in your brain while quieting rational concerns about future payments, similar to choosing immediate gratification over long-term benefits. Consider this scenario. You buy $100 shoes using Pay in 4. That's $25 today plus 3 bi-weekly $25 payments. When car repairs prevent your third payment, you incur a $10 late fee. Miss the fourth payment too, another $10 fee. Your $100 shoes now cost $120, a 20% penalty that makes credit card interest seem reasonable. When problems arise, the differences become clearer. Credit card purchases can be disputed with payment withheld, while BNPL payments continue automatically, even if your package never arrives or the product is defective. What appears safer than credit cards actually offers fewer protections with higher penalties. Credit cards are regulated financial products with established consumer protections. BNPL operates in a regulatory gray area with limited safeguards, like driving without seatbelts for the sake of convenience. Your best defense is simple: evaluate based on mathematics, not marketing. When seeing 4 payments of $25, immediately calculate the total price. Factor in potential missed payment penalties and combine all existing BNPL obligations to understand your complete financial situation. These companies have invested millions in systems designed to bypass your financial judgment. Their businesses maximizing profit. Understanding their strategies neutralizes their psychological tactics, allowing you to make decisions based on actual numbers rather than emotions or flashy buttons. You think you're just buying shoes, but in the matrix of buy now, pay later, you're actually the product being sold. Every time you click that Pay in 4 button, these companies aren't just processing your payment, they're harvesting your data. What shoes you bought, what time of day you shop, what else was in your cart, even how long you hesitated before clicking buy. It's all captured, packaged, and sold to advertisers who want to target you with their products. This data harvesting creates significant value. When you use Klarna to buy running shoes, you'll soon see ads for workout clothes, fitness apps, and energy drinks across your social media feeds. These connections are deliberate. BNPL companies capture your purchasing patterns and sell that information to companies targeting you for additional sales. While financing sneakers, you simultaneously merchandise your shopping habits. The dangers compound when using multiple BNPL services. Most consumers don't limit themselves to one platform. They spread purchases across several: Afterpay for clothes, Klarna for electronics, Affirm for furniture. This practice, called loan stacking, affects 63% of BNPL users who maintain multiple loans simultaneously. This creates a fragmented debt picture where no single company sees your total obligations and you easily lose track yourself. Credit card companies can view your entire credit history when you apply for a new card. They identify if you've maxed out 5 other cards. BNPL companies operate in isolation. Each sees only their fragment of your financial situation, never the complete picture. This resembles having multiple doctors prescribing medications without knowledge of other prescriptions. Potentially harmful. Your BNPL debt becomes a tradable financial product. Companies bundle your loans with thousands of others and sell them to larger financial institutions, similar to mortgage bundling but on a smaller scale. Your $200 jacket purchase transforms into part of a multi-million-dollar financial product traded by investment firms. This arrangement heavily favors BNPL companies. If you pay punctually, they profit from merchant fees in your data. Late payments generate additional fee revenue. If too many defaults occur, they've already sold your debt elsewhere. The system ensures their profit regardless of your outcome. The regulatory landscape remains surprisingly sparse. While credit cards, mortgages, and personal loans face strict rules about disclosure and lending practices, BNPL operates in regulatory gray areas. By avoiding classification as traditional lenders, they sidestep consumer protection rules against predatory practices. Sarah's story illustrates the deceptive nature of this fragmented debt system. The 25-year-old believes she carried about $400 in BNPL payments. When researchers helped her access all accounts, she discovered her actual debt exceeded $2,300 across 6 different services. Most users underestimate their total obligations by 30 to 50%. The system becomes more manipulative as companies analyze your payment history. Reliable payers receive increased spending limits and personalized offers. We noticed you bought shoes last month. How about these matching accessories? They leverage your behavioral data to predict what will entice you into deeper debt. The BNPL ecosystem profits from your financial vulnerability at every turn. Each purchase appears small and manageable, but the cumulative effect becomes overwhelming. The fragmented nature of this debt represents its greatest strength. Unlike credit card debt that appears on monthly statements with total balances, BNPL obligations hide in separate accounts with different logins, due dates, and payment methods, designed to fade from awareness until your account suddenly empties. Understanding this system provides your best defense. These companies haven't created helpful services from generosity. They've built profitable businesses dependent on consumers losing financial tracking. They've established infrastructure to capture data, encourage overspending, and monetize financial vulnerability. This knowledge empowers you against their profit-extracting mechanisms. Have you ever noticed how grocery stores put candy at the checkout? That's not random. They know you're tired of making decisions and your willpower is low. Buy now, pay later. Companies use the exact same trick, but with psychological weapons that would make a neuroscientist blush. These companies employ 4 main psychological tricks that hack your brain like a smartphone game. 1. Reducing the pain of paying. When you hand over cash, your brain registers a similar response to physical pain. Split a purchase into 4 payments, and that pain drops significantly. Your brain processes $25 now differently than $100 total, activating pleasure centers while quieting rational areas handling long-term planning. 2. Temporal discounting. Our tendency to value immediate benefits over future costs, like hitting snooze even knowing we'll be rushed later. BNPL exploits this by emphasizing what you get now while pushing costs into the future. Your brain treats future payments as almost hypothetical, something future you will handle, leaving present you with less money and more regrets. 3. Artificial urgency. Countdown timers saying, order in next 2 hours for next day delivery, paired with pay just $25 today, create a potent mix of impulse and perceived affordability. When you feel you might miss out, your emotional brain takes over, exactly where they want you. 4. Emotional targeting. BNPL positions itself at vulnerable moments. Had a bad day? Those $120 shoes become just $30 today? Celebrating something? That $100 jacket is only $25 now? Research shows people spend up to 40% more when emotional. It's like a friend offering ice cream after a breakup. Seems helpful, but makes things worse. I tested this myself while shopping online last month. I needed new workout clothes and caught myself nearly buying twice my budget because the BNPL option made everything seem so affordable. Each store displayed the BNPL option in bright colors with larger font sizes, while showing the total purchase price in tiny gray text below. Some even pre-selected the BNPL option, making me actively choose to pay in full. This visual manipulation works like a magician's trick, directing attention to the small payment while the full price fades into background. The entire system resembles junk food engineering. Doritos aren't accidentally addictive. They're designed to hit specific pleasure centers while hiding nutritional downside. BNPL is financial Doritos, engineered for immediate dopamine while hiding long-term financial impact. The psychology deepens with future self-neglect. Brain scans show we use the same neural regions when thinking about our future selves as when thinking about strangers. BNPL exploits this by making us feel like we're sending the bill to someone else, who happens to be us in 6 weeks. The instant approval process creates another powerful illusion: false sense of affordability. When a financial institution approves us, we subconsciously believe it means we can afford it. It's like a barista approving your fourth $6 latte of the day. Their approval doesn't mean your budget can handle it. BNPL is a psychological operation engineered to hack your decision-making. Every color, button placement, and wording is tested to maximize spending while minimizing debt feelings. They've studied how your brain makes financial decisions and designed a system to short-circuit your natural caution. The good news? Understanding these tricks gives you power over them. Just like knowing how a magic trick works ruins the illusion, understanding these psychological hacks helps you see through them. Next time you see that Pay in 4 button, you'll recognize exactly what's happening and can decide if you want to play their game. Now that you know how these companies hack your brain, it's time to hack back. First defense, the 24-hour rule. When something catches your eye, put it in your cart and walk away for a full day. Come back tomorrow and ask, do I still want this? I tried this for a month and saved over $300 on stuff I would have bought on impulse. Those shoes I was dying to have, completely forgot about them 24 hours later. That's your brain cooling down from marketing manipulation. Here are 5 powerful strategies to regain control. 1. Use the cash-first mindset. Before clicking any BNPL button, ask yourself, would I pull out cash for this right now? If the answer is no, you can't afford it with BNPL either. This mental switch forces you to confront the real cost instead of the fractional payment. BNPL isn't making things more affordable, it's hiding the full price. 3. Calculate the true cost, including potential late fees. That $200 purchase could end up costing $250 with missed payments. Do the math: $200 plus $10 late fee times 5 payments equals $250. That's a 25% markup on your purchase. Would you buy something with a tag that said 25% more expensive than the price shown? That's what you're risking with every BNPL transaction. Third, track all your BNPL payments in one place. Apps like Mint let you add manual payments or use a simple spreadsheet. Due date and remaining balance in one document. Set calendar reminders 3 days before each payment is due. Simple but effective, like having all your bills in one stack instead of hidden around your house. 4. Recognize your emotional shopping triggers. Do you shop when stressed, bored, celebrating? Once you identify your patterns, develop specific countermeasures. If stress drives your spending, make a list of 5 free stress relievers to use instead. If boredom opens your wallet, keep a boredom list of productive activities. These are circuit breakers for your financial impulses. 5. Convert prices to work hours. That $100 jacket? At $20 an hour, it costs you 5 hours of your life at work. 5 hours you'll never get back. Is that jacket worth an entire workday? For a $300 purchase, ask if you'd trade 15 hours of labor for that item. This calculation makes spending tangible, connecting money to your time and effort in a way price tags simply can't. BNPL can be useful in specific situations. True emergencies like a broken refrigerator or car repair make sense for financing. Planned large purchases you've already saved for can benefit from additional fraud protection BNPL sometimes offers. The key difference? You're making a deliberate choice, not an emotional one. Technology can help too. Browser extensions like Klarna Blocker and PayPal Honey show the true cost of items or block BNPL options completely at checkout. These free tools create a barrier between you and impulsive decisions. I've been using one for 2 months. It's like having a financial bodyguard that slaps away bad choices before I can make them. When tempted, try these mental scripts. This is designed to make me spend more than I planned. Or, future me will thank present me for not creating another payment. Imagine yourself in 4 weeks, opening your banking app and seeing extra money instead of another payment due. That feeling of financial breathing room is worth more than whatever you're about to buy. You now have a complete defense system against companies designed to separate you from your money. The BNPL industry has teams of psychologists and data scientists figuring out how to manipulate you. But with these tools, you're taking back control of your financial future. Each time you recognize a manipulation tactic and counter it, you're not just saving money, you're reclaiming your financial power. Buy now, pay later isn't evil. It's a tool. Like a chainsaw, it's powerful when used properly, but harmful in untrained hands. You now see the psychological games these companies play and have actual strategies to protect yourself. Financial freedom comes from seeing through marketing tricks. Your X-ray vision spots traps before falling in. Share this knowledge with friends scrolling through TikTok Shop, considering that Pay in 4 button. While companies have million-dollar marketing teams, your friends benefit from your awareness. Start a conversation next time you see someone considering BNPL. That simple heads up might save them from financial stress. If you're seeking more practical financial advice, be sure to watch the videos on my channel. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If these insights resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could benefit from this message. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers and inspires. I would absolutely love to hear about your thoughts. Please drop a comment below. I read every comment, and it helps me create better content for you.